Introducing Liberty Dollar Silver Certificates to local businesses. Practical, proven approaches. Introducing Liberty Dollar Silver Certificates into a local business community is not a sales exercise. It is a process of trust building, education, and strategic sequencing. The most successful efforts are those that respect how business owners actually make decisions, cautiously, pragmatically, and based on clear benefits to their bottom line and customer relationships. This chapter provides a field-tested framework for turning curiosity into adoption and adoption into a thriving local network. 1. Start with the right mindset. You're not selling, you're solving. Before approaching any business, internalize this principle. You are not asking merchants to try something new. You are offering them a solution to real problems they already feel. Those problems include shrinking profit margins due to inflation, customers spending less but paying more, money leaving the local economy, lack of customer loyalty in a price-driven market, positioning shift. Would you like to accept silver certificates? Would you like to increase your margins and keep more money local? 2. Identify high-probability first adopters. Not all businesses should be approached first. Early momentum depends on selecting influential and flexible businesses. Ideal first targets. Locally owned, not franchises. Already relationship-driven, cafes, barbers, mechanics, restaurants. Known for community involvement. Owners open to new ideas or dissatisfied with current conditions. Early adopters will be business owners and community leaders who influence others and have the authority to make decisions. We're talking about the guy who runs the local hardware store, the folks who operate small grocery stores, the handymen and mechanics and plumbers and electricians, and anybody else in your community who operates their own business without being part of some big corporate franchise program. These are the folks who can make the decision to become part of your network and start accepting Liberty Dollars, giving all of their customers a reason to continue trading with them instead of the big box stores that want to push small business out. Strategic insight. One respected business becoming a part of your network is worth more than 10 unknown ones and is the one that will begin to experience growth while everyone else complains about losing business. 3. Lead with benefits, not mechanics. Most introductions fail because they start with how it works instead of why it matters. Business owners do not care about warehouse receipts, legal frameworks, silver vaults. They do care about increased profit margins, customer retention, new customer acquisition, stability, cash flow, effective framing. Instead of explaining silver backing, say, you can effectively increase your profit margin on every transaction. Customers who use this new private money tend to come back more often. This keeps money circulating between you and other local businesses, which makes our entire community wealthier. To put it simply, introduce the Liberty Dollar to new prospects by explaining the benefits rather than the mechanics of how it works. 4. Use the soft introduction approach. Hard pitches trigger resistance. The most effective approach is conversational and curiosity-driven. Example. Opening. Have you noticed how prices keep rising, but it doesn't feel like you're making more? Let them talk. Then, I came across something that other local communities are using to help stabilize pricing and keep customers spending locally. Now, just answer the questions that will inevitably come. Why this works? It starts with their reality. It avoids sounding like a pitch. It creates psychological ownership of the problem. You're not trying to sell them something. You're simply being a helpful neighbor who has discovered something valuable and wants to share it with others. 5. Host a merchant introduction event. Nothing replaces seeing it work, and this is where you need to develop a few allies. Contact a small local diner or coffee shop and ask the owner to let you host a small meeting of local business owners and accept Liberty Dollars in payment. Be sure that the attendees of your meeting see you paying the bill with Liberty Dollar silver certificates so they actually see the new money in action. This should accomplish a couple of things. First, the owner of that diner or coffee shop will probably sign up to join your network, especially if they see other business owners agreeing to take Liberty Dollars. They'll be thinking about all the business they can gain when those business owners decide they want to buy lunch. Second, the attendees at your meeting will see Liberty Dollars in action and realize quickly that there is already at least one place they can spend them. This should generate a conversation between the business owners in attendance about how they all could benefit by having various places to spend the money, for example, with each other. Third, other customers in the establishment will become curious about the new money that your meeting is talking about, leading to opportunities to enlist local community residents into your network. Structure your meeting this way. 1. Welcome your guests and then introduce them to the problems in the current community financial system. Inflation, money leaving the community forever, small businesses facing loss of customers and income, etc. 2. Give a short presentation, perhaps with an LDFA video. Contact LDFA for such marketing materials. 3. Be sure to remind your attendees that one of the benefits of accepting Liberty Dollars is the ability to acquire them at a discount and offer them in change to their customers. This will result in those customers coming back to spend them again, or at least going to one of the other businesses in town that accept them. This means that each of the businesses is referring business to all of the others, making the network grow exponentially. 4. Talk about real examples of how Liberty Dollars can benefit not only the residents and businesses, but the entire community. Remind them that money that circulates locally helps to build the wealth of the entire community and builds a civic pride that will draw more and more people into your network. 5. Open Q&A. Let them ask questions and be ready with your answers. 6. Be prepared to help people sign up for LDFA accounts. Have a computer handy so that they can sign up before they even leave the meeting. This sort of demonstration meeting will show just how simple it is to use Liberty Dollars and start establishing them in the minds of your attendees as a viable alternative that will benefit the entire community. Once they see Liberty Dollars in action, they are likely to want that money coming to them as often as possible. 6. Build the first local loop. Network effect. Adoption accelerates when businesses can spend what they receive. The more businesses sign up, the more places everyone has to spend their Liberty Dollars, and the more customers each business will see coming into their establishments. Once you have established a few business members, you will have created a local loop. This loop will get the ball rolling by not only accepting Liberty Dollars, but by spending them with each other. Other customers at each business will notice something new and start asking questions, giving every business owner an opportunity to refer new members. This allows them to increase their income by earning commissions as these new members become active in the system. Example loop: customer to restaurant, to mechanic to retail shop, to customer. Once this loop exists, people become much less afraid to try the new money because they see others using it to their own advantages. The more they see and use Liberty Dollars, the more natural it will feel. 7. Emphasize the built-in profit advantage. This is one of the strongest selling points when it comes introducing Liberty Dollars into the community. Members acquire certificates at a discount but spend them at full face value, so they actually gain spending power when using them to make purchases at local businesses. Likewise, member merchants can get them at a discount, potentially increasing their profits on each sale when they offer them in change to their customers. Translate this simply. You're effectively increasing your margin without raising prices, and your customers are benefiting by saving money even as they spend it with you. This is often the turning point for business owners. 8. Reinforce trust through simplicity. One of the most important things to remember is to keep it simple. Don't try to go into too much detail about the legality of warehouse receipts. Just point out that they had been used for hundreds of years as negotiable instruments, and that even modern courts interpret them that way. Don't try to explain monetary theory. Most people simply think of money as a sort of scoring system, a means of keeping track of their own financial standing. In reading this book, you've come across certain terminologies that are used when we discussed banking, finance, etc. Don't try to educate people about these subjects or use big words when talking about Liberty Dollars. Just talk to them as your friends and neighbors. On the other hand, there are a few things you do want to do. Keep your explanations short and simple. Running on too long can bore people, which builds resistance to your suggestions. Don't try to volunteer too much information. Answer the questions they ask, not the ones you think they might ask. Be sure to point them toward other resources, such as the LDFA website, the Why Liberty Dollars website, and others. Give them the opportunity to do their own research and get back to you. Trust grows from keeping things clear and simple, being consistent, and showing them real results whenever possible. 9. Expand through success stories. Once you've got your first 2 or 3 businesses accepting Liberty Dollars, start spreading the word about their successes. Instead of explaining how Liberty Dollars will help a new prospect's bottom line, tell them about people who are already experiencing it. This cafe increased repeat customers because people who use Liberty Dollars enjoy being able to buy lunch or dinner with them. This mechanic prefers getting paid this way because he knows that the value of the silver will probably rise and increase his personal net worth. These businesses are already using them and seeing their sales increase as Liberty Dollar users come to spend the money. This way, you're offering social proof of the concept, reducing the fear of risk, and giving your new prospects a reason to become part of the network sooner rather than later. 10. Position yourself as the local resource. At this point, you have become the local expert on Liberty Dollars. You are the person who is educating your community and local businesses, helping people connect with others in your network, solving problems for network members as they arise, and even helping your network members to convert cash to Liberty Dollars and vice versa. You have become an invaluable resource to everyone who understands that local money stays local. This is critical. People adopt systems when they know that there is someone in the local area who can help them understand and use the money and answer questions as they arise. Conclusion: build trust. First, network; second, scale. Last, introducing Liberty Dollar silver certificates into a local business ecosystem is not about convincing people to try something new. It is about creating conditions where adoption becomes the obvious choice. The sequence is simple but powerful. 1. Build trust. 2. Demonstrate value. 3. Create a small network. 4. Expand through proof. When done correctly, what begins as a handful of curious merchants becomes a self-reinforcing local economy, one where businesses profit more, customers feel empowered, and wealth stays where it belongs, in the community.